Hey, last week we talked about carpet, keeping it clean, getting them professionally done. Why don't you sort of do a recap, and then we'll go into the second part of our interview this morning.
Sure. What makes our company a little bit different than most of the companies out there is a lot of companies that advertise, we talked about this last week, they'll advertise like 5 rooms for $99 or something. And those companies usually just come in and do a quick sweep through with a steam cleaner, and that process really doesn't get your carpets clean. At ABC Real, we do a 5-step process where we come in and vacuum, pre-treat your carpet, pre-treat any stains, then we scrub that carpet, and then we steam clean, extract, and neutralize the carpet. So that's all done, and that's all included in the price that we give you. We don't have any add-ons when we quote you a price to do your carpet. And the only other add-on that people sometimes request, which is recommended by the Carpet Institute of America every year and a half, you should have your carpets Scotch guarded just to protect the fabric.
Okay, and I would assume, I know the answer, but you don't charge for walking in or giving them an estimate, do you?
Well, I wish I could, but no, that wouldn't be a good way of doing business.
Okay, so carpet is carpet, and there are different grades. Is it easier to clean good carpeting than it is inexpensive carpeting, or is carpet cleaning itself the process pretty well the same?
Depending on the fabrics, you sometimes have to change your process a little bit. For example, with wool fabrics, you use a little bit different process. And actually, more expensive carpet is usually a thicker nap. Mm-hmm. And so it's a little bit more challenging to get down to the base of the carpet. So you spend a little bit of extra time. So there's a little bit of difference between carpets, but we test the carpets and everything before we start cleaning it and give you a quote.
Is there such a thing as shack carpeting nowadays, or is that pretty well seen its better days?
Well, I think they have other names for it now. It's like a short weave.
Okay, but one of the other big things changes in carpets over the last 10 years is Berber carpeting and types of carpeting that is patterned. Does that present different problems as well? The fact that it's not all, we have some carpeting down here that's all one level, but do some of these carpets that have designs within the designs, does that make it more difficult because of the color and the hue of the carpet?
No, and you test the carpets before you actually start cleaning that, so you avoid any problems. So you test the materials, because not all the materials are the same. But we are professionals, and we're rated by the Carpet Institute of America. So we are professionals, and we guarantee that your carpets will be the most thorough cleaning job that you've ever had, or if not, we'll do it for free.
292-4335. People clean carpets. What about tile, travertine, and grout, and things like that in the kitchen areas? Is that I know your company does it, but you probably would need that less often than you would a carpet cleaned.
Yes, you would. Maybe a once a year for a good cleaning, but if you with travertine and tile, and this weekend I'd like to stick a little bit more with the tile and grout.
Okay, let's go with the tile and grout.
Basically, because tile and grout, it can be on your floor, or sometimes even have tile and grout on countertops. Especially with some of the homes that are older, or some of these resale foreclosed homes. Many times, instead of replacing that countertop or replacing the tiles, all they really need is a thorough cleaning.
Really?
Yes. A lot of times, the dirtiest part of the tile is usually the grout area. And that's because of the dirt coming in from the outside. In Las Vegas, as you know, we have a lot of dirt traffic. But also, when people are cleaning, they're taking that dirty mop water and rinsing that tile off, and that dirty mop water gets into the grout. So basically, that grout is being porous. It is just like a sponge, and it takes in all that dirt. And next you know, you've got dirty grout lines. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see, especially in commercial properties, tile is really meant to be cleaned and polished and sealed, and there are so many places that I see that are using wax on tile.
That's not what you do.
That's not the way you treat a stone. It's not made for it, and it creates several problems. One of the big problems that I noticed, and you may have noticed too, is I've gone to some nice restaurants here in town, and you get to the bathroom and they have the sprayers in the corners and everything else, sanitize, supposedly give a room a sanitary, but there's still that smell in there. And the one thing I don't like is going to a restaurant and then going to the bathroom and somehow that bathroom just doesn't smell clean to me. One of the reasons that happens is because they have these cleaning crews that really don't know how to work with tile and grout. And what they're doing is they're using those mops, putting that dirty water with that bacteria, that grout soaking it up, and then after the grout has soaked it up, they turn around and wax that floor. So that bacteria can just sit there and just manifest in there inside the tile and the grout, and with the wax over it, you're just repeating the process week after week or month after month, and it's just a buildup. The new way to clean and the efficient way to clean, and you may have seen in a lot of the TV commercials, is with high pressure hot steam. You're not using harmful chemicals, you're killing the bacteria, you're killing the fungus, and that's the only real way to clean tile and grout.
And you have the machinery to do that?
In fact, we have a machine called a spinner, and it's like a hood over high pressure nozzles. We'll come in there with hot water steam, clean the tile and grout, and extract the dirty water at the same time.
That's interesting. So I guess you would, and not just because it's money for your company, but you would recommend anybody who buys a house today, one of the first things they should do before they move the furniture in is to have them clean that carpet and do the tile and the travertine work in advance, because that's almost an insurance policy that house is going to be in good shape for a long time.
Yeah, and especially if this, again, if it's one of these foreclosed homes, a lot of times we can come in and save you money by coming in, and instead of, as I said before, instead of replacing that tile or that countertop, let's see if we can clean it. A lot of times just a good steam clean and sealant could restore that countertop and that tile and make it look brand new.
Okay, this is really a dumb question, but on the grout, let's say in a small kitchen where you've got the tile flooring or the travertine, a lot of people just take a toothbrush and then do it themselves. That just is a kind of laborious way of doing it, is it not?
Must be that marine training or something, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay.
That really doesn't get the job done because you're still dealing with that dirty water.
I got you.
And the toothbrush and the chemicals aren't going to work. You need to get in there with steam extraction, break up that bacteria, break up that dirt, pull everything out while it's broken up instead of laying it back in there, which our tools do. And then after it dries, you need to come in and seal it.
Good.
That way, after it's sealed, the dirty water, if you want to just clean it with a solution of hot water and ammonia, you'll be fine.
Go for it. Okay, telephone number one more time, Rich.
292-4335.
Good, thank you.